Hi, welcome. This is Ben from Themco, and this is the second video of this three-part series where I'll teach you how to create your own promo element using classic elements. And I'm not saying, when I say that create your own element, I'm not saying that you will create your very own element, but rather we will customize an existing V2 element and give it an effect similar to a promo element. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So in this video, we'll start with the first method because there are two methods I promised. This first method is using the headline element. So let's get started. So to make things easy, I'd like to retain this classic promo elements already here. And I'm going to add a new section, and we will work here below using this V2 element, headline V2 element. So very quickly, let's add a headline element. Perfect. And we will give it a subheadline. Scroll. So we click the text tab and we'll scroll down to subheadline setup and we'll turn it on. So there's a subheadline now. Next, we will add the image. To add an image, scroll all the way down to the graphic setup, select on, and you will see two types available to you. This one is an icon, and which is this by default, but we'll choose an image. Once an image is chosen, uh, several other options are available to you. Primarily the primary graphic image, which will allow us to select the image. So let's select this. Perfect. So we have an image now, and it's too wide, and we will give it a maximum width of 100%. So it takes the full width, and it's not visible right now. It's bad right now. Okay, so let's fix that. So we have an image, we have a subheadline, and a headline and a subheadline, and they're broken now. Let's fix that. So we're still on the headline element. Scroll the way up and locate the text content flex box option, and on the child placement, select column. There you have it. So we have an image, a headline, subheadline similar to this, and this means the world to us, and we'll see shortly. So we have that, and you'll see here there's a bit of a distance between the graphic and the border of the headline, and let's just fix that very quickly. Let's locate all the way down to graphic margin, and let's remove it because we want the entire image to take the entire space of or the entire element. Okay, and let's center these two beautiful headlines. To do that, so we're currently on a sub-headline text format. Let's center all the way up again to text format for the primary, which is already centered, by the way. Okay, so there we have it. Let's give it a background color of white. Let's add white. Okay, perfect. So we have a white, and now let's give it a shadow. And we'll give it a shadow. We will give it a shadow, a black shadow. Okay, we will do that, and let's give it 0.05 EM, and we will give it a blur of 0.05 as well. Let's make it a little lighter. There. And we can basically just make this smaller. 5. Oops, that's too small. Let's give it a 0.01. I mean 0.1. About 0.4. Perfect. And you can just do whatever you want there. You can even add a border if you want. You can add a border. Give it a border, a red border. That's if that's what you want. But for me, I'll just stick with a box shadow. So there you have it. Basically, almost the same. and we want to add a padding. We want to add some distance between the image and the headline, and we also have to add a distance from the bottom part, uh, the distance between that and the subheadline as well. So to do that, select text content margin, and we want the distance to be virtually the same for all. So we will select the link sides here, where if you change one part, everything changes. So let's give it a 20. Okay, 20 px. And how about giving it a 40? Perfect. There you have it. Equal distance across all sides. And from there, you can basically do whatever you want. So just to very quick demo, let's give the headline a bold weight. And let's make it 2px. That's kind of big. It's 1.8. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let me lessen the right and left margins here. To do that, I'll select this so I can individually set them, and I'll give it a 20 as well. Okay, that's just about right for me. Then we can configure the subheadline, make it perhaps 1.2, and that's perfect for me. So if we want to add a button here, we need to add it using an X shortcode. So we'll copy the shortcode that we've added on the previous promo box, and we'll paste it to the subheadline. Okay, it's there, but it's not. It's on the same line. We can add a BR if that works. Oh, okay. So that's a simple solution to that, but not quite there yet. So there you have it. You have a simple technique to create a promo box that you can configure virtually with whatever way you want it. You can configure the image, you can configure the entire box, give it a box shadow with whatever style you want. You can also add a border radius, and most importantly, you can configure the text. Let's give it very quickly, let's give it a color of green, or about teal. Yep, you can do that very easily. You can also configure the subheadline, and you can add a button or whatever element you want there, all without a single bit of CSS coding. So that's about it. But there's one thing that I don't particularly like here, which the next video will fix, which is the button. What if I want to configure the button without using any code? Because right now, to configure this, we need to code. But what if I want to use the button element, the V2 button element, that I can just configure using these options here? So that's going to be the topic of the next video, so see you there.